Hello, Trojan fans. Welcome to another episode of the Trojan Windup. I'm Ty Hawkins, and I'll be bringing you all of the highlights from Week 2 of the 2016 season. The week started off with the road game at Loyola Marymount. Freshman CJ Stubbs got the start against the Lions' Brenton Arriaga. USC struck first as Adalberto Carrillo led off the third with a deep shot over the Blue Monster in the left, giving USC a 1-0 lead. LMU answered with a solo home run of their own by Ted Boki, tying the game at 1. Meanwhile, Stubbs was cruising, going 6 strong innings and retiring 11 of the last 12 batters he faced. USC held their 4-1 lead into the 9th, but that's where they ran into some trouble. The Lions got 3 singles and 2 walks to cut the Trojans' lead to 1 and had the bases loaded with just 1 out. Jeff Paschke got the ground ball he needed, and the Trojans escaped with a 4-3 win. The weekend saw the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest come to Dedeaux Field. The Deacons were undefeated on the season and sent Parker Dunshee against Trojan ace Kyle Davis. The USC bats were hot early as singles by Jeremy Martinez, Dylan Paulson, and Lars Nootbaar each brought home a run, and a double by Carrillo made it 5-0 after 3. Wake Forest made things close with 4 runs in the 5th, but the Trojans answered, scoring 2 more on an error and a single by David Oppenheim. Then, in the 7th, USC extended their lead with Martinez at the plate.
As he drives it to left, and it's well struck on his horse, his Fairchild. That's headed to the gap. It's out of the ballpark as Jeremy Martinez will round the bases for the first time this season.
The Trojans got 1 more in the 8th and ended up with a 9-4 victory. Bernardo Flores got the start on Saturday against the Deacons' Connor Johnstone. This time it was Wake Forest scoring first, putting up 4 runs in the 3rd. But USC would respond right away as Martinez doubled in the right center field gap, would score Nootbaar and Oppenheim. A walk by Frankie Rios would bring home another run in the 5th, making it 4-3. And then the hot-hitting Carrillo would tie things up in the 6th. The score would remain tied into the 9th, but Wake Forest would benefit from 3 Trojan errors and score the go-ahead run. USC got the tying run into scoring position in the bottom of the 9th, but could not get that run home, and they dropped Game 2 by a score of 5-4. Sunday's game had Brent Wheatley facing off against Drew Loprich. Wake Forest got a run in the 2nd, but Wheatley got a pair of big strikeouts to end the Deacons' threat. In the 5th, AJ Ramirez singled and was sacrificed to second, and with 2 outs, Rios came to the plate.
And that'll bring the run home into left center field. It drops in, and A.J. Ramirez will come around to score. Frankie Rios ties things at 1.
Wheatley would give up just 3 hits in 6 innings, and Paschke would come in relief and put up a couple of zeros of his own, keeping it 1-1 going to the bottom of the 8th. After a 1-out walk to Oppenheim, Reggie Southall came in to run for him and promptly stole second. A ground out sent him to third, but with 2 outs, it looked like the game might stay tied when Robinson came to the plate.
Robinson awaits the 1-2. Holds up, gets away. The runner's going to come home as Southall plates the go-ahead run on a wild pitch. Chris Farish has the wild pitch bug bite him again, and USC's on top 2-1.
A wild pitch by Chris Farish let Southall race home with the go-ahead run. Mark Huberman came in and in the 9th had a 1-2-3 inning to steal the 2-1 victory and give the Trojans the series. Despite a 3-1 week, the Trojans dropped a spot in the rankings to number 22. Things don't get any easier this week. They'll head to Long Beach for a 6 p.m. game on Tuesday night, then face 3 tough opponents in the Dodgertown Classic. USC plays Oklahoma Friday at 6 p.m. and number 20, Mississippi State, Saturday at 2, both at Dedeaux Field. They then head to Dodger Stadium Sunday for a 3 p.m. game against the number 21 UCLA Bruins. Tickets for all games are available from the USC ticket office, and the games at Dedeaux Field will be broadcast on the USC baseball website. And if you miss any of the action, you know we'll be back here next week to get you caught up. For USC Baseball, I'm Ty Hawkins, and you've been watching the Trojan Windup. Fight on!